Hey y'all! Welcome back to another episode of What the Smut Book Reviews. Thank you guys for joining me again. There's a fucking hair in my mouth. If you could not, that'd be great. Thank you guys again for joining me for another episode of What the Smut Book Reviews. I really appreciate you guys being here. If you are a first-time visitor, just within the first 20 seconds of this video, you can tell whether or not you're going to click off. I know. I won't blame you if you do. But if you don't, if I'm your person, if I'm your type of person, you know, stick around. Watch some of my other videos, because I'm exactly the same in every single one. Ridiculous. Let me sit up straight. So in today's video, hair, I will fucking cut you off. In today's video, I will be reviewing for you guys another Nora Roberts novel. I know you're like, another one, like you're so one-track minded. It is what it is. You know, I've read her entire catalog, so it's like, why wouldn't I? So I will be reviewing for you guys, this book. It is called Genuine Lies. It is one of my favorite standalone Nora Roberts novels. I will eventually get into reviewing some of her like series, books and trilogies and such. But the standalones, for me at least, and especially like her older standalones, which let's go ahead and date ourselves and see what we're working with here. Copyright 1991. 1991. Her older standalone novels, for me, were my favorites. Like, my favorites. Because they had everything. Which, all of her books have everything, but like, these had like maybe it was like whatever I was going through in life at the time that I read them. Because, you know, I'm sure like that influences people too. Like it influences everything you do. So you can sit down and read a book and you think to yourself, oh my God, this is terrible. And you read it again 10 years later and you're in a different headspace and you're like, this is amazing. Like, and vice versa. So maybe it was just what was going on at that time made me relate to the book more, made me like the book. I don't know. But the standalones from way back in late 80s, early 90s, were some of my favorites. I started reading Nora Roberts when I was probably like, I don't know, I want to say like maybe 16, 17, something like that. And I just gobbled up everything. I gobbled up everything I could get my hands on. And yeah. So the standalone novels are what I would consider romance novels, obviously. But they also have elements of murder and intrigue and mystery, and like they have everything. So you can't really go wrong with a standalone Nora Roberts novel. This is one of my favorites, and I will read you guys the blurb for this. There has been another, I think there's probably been several revamps for like mass market paperback type situations of the cover for this book. This is the one that I have, and I want to say even at one point I may have had this book in another cover, but for the life of me I can't find it because I'm terrible and unorganized. But I will show you guys at least one of the other covers up here, which I think is the more prominent one that you see when you search for this book on like Amazon or something like right now. So whether your mass market paperback that you buy from Amazon will come with that cover or it will come with this, I don't know. I don't work for Amazon. So this book has 530 pages. You can get this book right now for your Kindle or Nook for the price of $7.99. The mass market paperback is also $7.99. No brainer. The audio version, $14.99. I don't know if that's just with Amazon. Maybe it's just like through Audible that it's that price. But to me, that seems like ridiculous. I bitched about this in a previous video, and it's nothing personal like against Nora Roberts or any other individual author. It may just be like Audible policy, or it may be like, I don't know. Because I know that you have to pay the person who's narrating the book. I know you have to pay for studio time. I get it. But once you've done that, like, you just make endless copies of that audio file for people to download. So why am I paying double the price of a physical book? It don't make the math. Insert meme of that scientist lady with all the jumbled jargon around. It don't make no sense. Like, that math it don't add up. I'm sorry, it don't add up for me. If you know something that I don't about that whole process that would defend why they charge $14.99 for an Audible, put it down. Put it down in the comments. I would love to hear it. You can buy this book, this cover and the other cover that I mentioned before, on eBay used right now for about $4. So again, eBay should be paying me because I plug them in like every video, but buy your fucking books from eBay, okay? They're used. This book, having been put out in the early 90s, you may also be able to find this book in Goodwill, thrift stores, online thrift store, whatever, for much cheaper. Goodwill books are like, paperbacks are like $1. You could probably find this in Goodwill for like $1. But you'd have to go hunting, and do you really want to do that? Or do you want to just go to eBay and spend $4 and you get it delivered right to your door, and it's no muss, no fuss, easy peasy. So I'll read you guys the blurb for the book, and then we can break it down a little bit, and then I'll do my spiel, and that'll be that. Okay. So the blurb for this book, which I'm just going to read off the back because it's exactly the same as what I printed out. Typical Candace. The blurb for this book says, Eve Benedict is the last of the movie goddesses, a smoky-voiced sex symbol with 2 Oscars, 4 ex-husbands, and a legion of lovers to her name. There is no secret, no scandal she doesn't know. Now, Eve has decided to write her memoirs, no holds barred. All Hollywood begs her not to, but Eve has her reasons. Julia Summers is the biographer Eve has handpicked to tell her story. Transported from her quiet life in Connecticut to glitzy Beverly Hills, Julia hates the limelight but loves her work and the home it built for the 10-year-old son she's raising alone. How can she refuse this chance of a lifetime? But Eve's elegantly sexy stepson, Paul Winthrop, will challenge Eve's determination to tell her story and Julia's resolve to guard her heart. And as Julia learns just how far Eve's enemies will go to keep her book from publication, she also discovers that Eve has one last dark secret to share. It is one that will change Julia's life and could cut it brutally short. Intriguing. So that blurb actually gives a lot away because like, I've seen books that have like virtually no blurb, and it's just like, what is this? Why do I want to buy this? What is this even about? This actually gives a pretty good synopsis of what this book is about. So essentially, Eve Benedict is one of the last living Hollywood, like old Hollywood glamorous legends, you know what I mean? She's now in like her, I don't know, like 70s or something. Like she's up there. And considering that this book was written in like the 90s, you have to think that she was probably like Hollywood starlet from like the 30s or 40s, right? So we're talking like Joan Crawford, Betty Davis, Ingrid Bergman, I'm drawing a blank. There's a lot. Hedy Lamarr, like there's just so many of those like old Hollywood, like every dress that I own is made of satin and it's in like a cream color and it's like studded bulky jewelry that looks like real diamonds. It could be real diamonds. I don't know. I don't know what your budget is, but you know what I mean? And like black and white photos, and you just look glamorous. So Eve Benedict is one of those Hollywood starlets, and she's now up in age, and she's decided that she's going to write a book, that she's going to publish her memoirs. She has dirt on everyone in Hollywood. Like, over her long life, she's accumulated experiences and stories and whatever that's just like, she has secrets and gossip and dirt on everyone. So nobody in Hollywood wants this book to be published. Okay? So there's like death threats involved, and there's all this craziness going on. And in comes Julia, who is the single mother to a 10-year-old boy. And she's been contacted by Eve's people because she's a biographer. And Eve has decided that she wants Julia, and only Julia, to write this book for her. So she invites her out to stay in the guest house of her mansion in Beverly Hills. And, you know, Julia she just can't pass up the opportunity. So she goes. And, you know, she enters into this life of like, yes, you know, old Hollywood and intrigue and mystery and, you know, crazy stuff happening. And you also have Paul, who is Eve's stepson from one of her like many previous marriages. But, you know, he is still around because she was there for him when, you know, when his dad was married to her. And like, you know, you get attached to a stepmom sometimes, and even if the marriage doesn't work out, you know, you're still like, that's my mom, you know. So he's there, and you know, he's worried about her, and he's like, maybe you shouldn't publish this book because, you know, all these people are coming for you and it's really dangerous and whatever. And she's like, no, I have to get everything out and to purge myself before I die, and yada yada. So things start happening, you know, like death threats and whatever. And as she goes through telling Julia all of these secrets about about Hollywood stars, you know, who had an abortion, a secret abortion, who got secretly engaged and married, who cheated on who with whom, like, you know, all of these things are coming out, and it's really dangerous for both of them. And, you know, now like Julia has her son she has to think about. So now she's like, maybe I shouldn't have done this. Maybe I should, you know, it's dangerous. But then she starts to become attached to Paul, and, you know, they start to like, you know, and he starts to, you know, and, you know, you know, you know. So yeah, so that's essentially the premise of the book. It has everything, you guys. It has romance, it has murder, it has intrigue, it has mystery, it has suspense, it has everything. Like, I love these standalone novels by Nora Roberts. They're literally like everything bundled into one 530-page package. So for the rating for this book, I did give it a 9 because it was one of my favorite Nora Roberts novels. And yeah, I would recommend that you guys pick up a copy. If you can find it used, you can find it cheap, I would definitely go for that. If you can't, mass market paperback of $7.99 is pretty average price for a book. So why not? Do it. You'll love it. Some of the references in the book, again, because of when it was published, might be kind of dated. I don't know. I've read this book several times over the last, like, 15, 20 years, whatever. I've read this book several times. No, there was never any snags in, like, the plot, like the references that would cause me to not be able to get immersed in the story and the characters, nothing like that. So if you read something, like, you may have like a second where you're like, oh my God, that doesn't even exist anymore. It's 2020. But it's not something that's going to be like, I just can't get into this. This is too old. No. It's nothing like that. This is not Wuthering Heights. Like, this is not, you know, they're not speaking in like, oh, thou art what the, you know, is good. It's well written. Nora Roberts is a phenomenal author when it comes to like writing style. The love scenes are classy. Yeah, they're classy. They're tastefully written. They're not overly raunchy. If you're looking for like that down and dirty, like, you know, it's not going to be in these books. But if you're looking for a good love story, you really can't go wrong, especially if you love like a little dash of murder mystery. Read it, buy it, read it. You'll love it. I'm telling you, you'll love it. So yeah, I would recommend this book to anyone. That's pretty much all I can say. That's all I can say. I really appreciate you guys joining me for another video. If you like me, if you like my channel, please subscribe. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to be notified when I upload new content, please hit the, well, obviously first subscribe and then hit the bell so you get notifications when I put up a new video. If you'd like to get little sneak peeks of stuff that is coming soon, you can join one of my other social media platforms. I do have a members only Facebook group, an Instagram, and a Twitter. And I do post little sneak peeks of videos a few days before they come out, which you'll only see there. So if you would like to get that, follow me, join me. Let's chit chat, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I will link all of my social medias in the description box below, and I will put a little banner here at the bottom of the screen so that you guys can see the names for each one. And I really appreciate you guys joining me for another video. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next one. Okay, love you so much. Bye. Okay, jump right in. Camera's still shaky, but jump right in. Who cares? Okay. I'm deflated. I'm deflated, y'all. I'm too tired to continue. Okay. So, my hair looks so god dang terrible. Just god awful. Just terrible. Just terrible. Why do you look uneven? Why are you long on this side and short on this side? Huh? Huh? Why you do that? Why you do that? I don't know. I don't know. I literally don't know, y'all. Okay, anyway. Oh, that's a little bit better. Yeah, you see my fat ear or whatever. Anyway, read. Fuck. What is wrong with you? La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. You didn't know I could go that low. You have no idea how low I can go. My eyeliner looks like trash. Literally, literal trash. I can't do a wing to save my life. Like, to save my life. Like, I just can't. I never could. Never could do it. I don't know why. It's just physically impossible for me. You know what I think it is? I think I have like saggy eyelids. Like, I'm like one of those people that has to like pull their shit all the way out here just to get a straight line on my eyelid with eyeliner and fucking forget about coming up and then trying to drag back. No. That they look like this. That's why they look like this. Because terrible. I still haven't replaced a battery in my remote. I'm just going to keep going until it literally craps out completely and I can't film. And then I have no choice but to go buy a battery. How's my shoulder, you guys ask? It's okay. It's not, nobody asked, but I'll tell you anyway. It's okay. I had some little surgery done. Nothing crazy invasive. Like they shaved down some bone spurs or something that was on my rotator cuff area, this area. And apparently I have something called like type 3 something. I don't know. It's where like this bone that goes over is like hooked instead of being like more open. And because it's hooked, it like causes the muscle underneath to like grind against the, I don't know. I'm not into all the medical jargon, you know what I mean? But yeah, I had a little bit of surgery, and I was in a sling for a couple days, and then after that I was out the sling, but I was still kind of like in pain off and on. And then I started physical therapy, and I'm still in pain off and on, usually after physical therapy. But I'm hoping that it will get better, because before I had the surgery, I thought I was having a heart attack all the time, and my anxiety was through the fucking roof. So the fact that I know that I'm not going to just like go up a flight of stairs and drop dead from a cardiac arrest, I guess I'm doing all right. How y'all doing in quarantine? How you guys doing during these quarantines? Leave me a comment and tell me how y'all been doing. I hope everybody is okay. I hope everybody is chill. I hope everybody is getting through this. If you need someone to chit chat to and you don't have anyone, hit me up in my DMs. Unless you're a creeper. If you're a creeper, don't do that, because I probably won't respond. But if you're a normal human being, well, as normal as people who read copious amounts of smut can be, chat with me. I'll be down. I'll talk to you. I don't care. I'm an individual. I'm not a mogul or a celebrity or anything. So hit me up. I think that's it. I think that's all I have to say about that.